It's Heidi Dulabon, international cultural consultant and etiquette expert. Thanks for tuning in today because this is pretty timely. This is going to help you out a little bit. We're going to talk about how to simplify your Thanksgiving dinner, and we're going to look at it through an etiquette lens. So, okay, Thanksgiving, it's just around the corner. So, how are you doing? Totally stressed yet, or what? I hope not, because we've got this. We can make this meal. Okay, it's all in the planning, right? You know that. Okay, so you're planning this meal. Who's coming? Who are you going to have in? Plan accordingly. You only have, I like to say, all these different holiday budgets, your Thanksgiving holiday budget. How many people can you physically hold? How many people can you financially afford? How much time do you have to put on this? This is, and what is your bandwidth budget? I mean, how much emotional, physical, psychological, how much bandwidth do you have? Because this is a big deal. But I personally love Thanksgiving meal. The meal itself, I love it. It's one of my favorite meals. I absolutely love it. And you just start preparing. So we go through all our budgets so we are comfortable. If you stay within these budgets, even write it out if you'd like to. So I only have X amount of time. I only have X amount of dollars, X amount of space. Stay within those budgets, and it takes so much pressure and stress off from the get-go, right? Because you're staying within these parameters, what you can handle. You're in your comfort zone, and maybe even your COVID risk zone too, because that's a budget as well. How are you feeling about that? So all of these different things, you've got this. You know where you are, your boundaries, and stay within it, and then start planning the meal. Okay, you know who's coming, and let's get the menu. What menu do you like? For me, Thanksgiving is a time to pull out family recipes. My family's gone now, but except my husband, I love him. But my family, my immediate family, they're all gone, and I can pull out recipes, and I'll show you one. This is my mother, God rest her soul. She hand wrote all her recipes for me on these little index cards. And I can't tell you how much I treasure these. So, little tip for someone, take some time, hand write those. Because when I look at these cards, this is her roast turkey recipe, how to roast a turkey. Well, boy, she was a great cook, my mom. I feel like I'm sort of with her again, just holding the card that she wrote out and seeing her handwriting. So, tip, take a moment. This will be so meaningful in your family if you do that. And you're passing down these family recipes, and everybody wants that. So, we have the recipes, we know the menu, and then how can you simplify that? Because this is what we're talking about. Well, to simplify, just think, what is this bandwidth budget? How much can I physically make? How much do I want to spend on this meal? How about some of the people attending? Are you the type of person that says, I just love it when I can delegate some of these dishes? And you say, okay, to this person, can you bring the salad? To this person, can you bring the mashed potatoes? To this person, whatever. And then that really does help. And some of the people coming, perhaps their family, really close friends, for this Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, that they might have a specialty they like to show off as well. And that's fun. Let them have a go at sort of shining a little bit, and they're showing their appreciation for the invitation by bringing a dish that's special to them, perhaps a family recipe from their family. So a really easy way to simplify is to delegate. And then, it's kind of fun because you get a nice mix of different things made in different styles and different ways. And that's always fun to try. Maybe you just do the turkey. And so you delegate a little bit of this out, because to make a whole Thanksgiving meal, It takes several days. You know that. I mean, just the pumpkin pies, right? Okay, let me tell you a little story about myself. Okay, when I first married, my very first Thanksgiving as a married person, I made the whole thing. I got out all of my mom's recipes, and it was just my husband and myself. I couldn't be with my family; they were still alive at the time, and my husband's family, his two brothers lived far away, so it was just the two of us. Well, my husband, he's a busy surgeon and he was on trauma call that day. And guess what? I made the whole shebang. I mean, the dressing, the turkey, I made it all. You know, I was trying to impress him. And it was my first Thanksgiving. And I wanted to do it the way my mom did it, right? So I went all out, set the table, the whole 9 yards. Guess what happened? He came home about 10 o'clock that night. He had all these emergencies, and I understand. Somebody needed him, and that was where he needed to be. And he had a turkey sandwich that night. So, you know, things happen. So, you know, that's kind of an etiquette, looking at it through my etiquette lens, right? You know, somebody else needed him a lot more than I did that day. So you just let things go. This is a time during the holidays when etiquette comes in and you respect people, you respect where they need to be, when. You know, sometimes things happen and they're late. This is a time to let it go because their intention is to be on time. You know, if you have someone who's on your invitation list and they make, say, the green bean casserole, and it's the worst green bean casserole you've ever had, but they think it's great and they feel that they're contributing, and they say, "Oh, thank you so much for the invitation. I'll bring my green bean casserole." And you sort of go, "Oh, great." But it's okay. You say, "Oh, that would be marvelous. Thank you so much." Because I bet somebody likes it. And you know, you give that person, be generous, and let that person bring what they can, what they feel is their specialty, because they want to participate. You're being respectful and they're trying to show appreciation. So this back and forth with etiquette, that we're trying to be kind. We're trying to be extra kind, right? This is a time when we sort of look past things. And you know that new white couch you bought, and when you have, you know, Uncle so and so sits down with a glass of red wine and spills all over it. This is not the time to have a breakdown. You let it go. Let it go. And they feel bad enough. It's, you need to just say, "It's okay." You know, hopefully you have the some sort of coating on it that'll it'll clean up. If not, trust me, there's somebody in your town you can come and they can clean this upholstery. It's not the worst thing. Somebody breaks a glass or whatever. Things are going to happen and you need to let them go. Be generous. Be generous. These are things. And the holidays and Thanksgiving is about saying what? Thanks. It's giving, literally giving thanks. Thanks to those around you that you love. Thanks to those who can come in and spend this holiday with you. And if you do all of this, trust me, your holiday, your Thanksgiving just got simplified because you have this new lens, this etiquette lens, with this attitude of generosity and kindness and respect and acceptance. Be very tolerant. This is not the time to pick up old fights, or if someone, you say, "Oh, it's okay, everybody bring a plus one," and they bring someone you just not nuts about. Let it go. Be tolerant. Be kind, be generous, be respectful, and you're going to have the simplest, best Thanksgiving ever. Trust me. So, you know, I think maybe I'll start cooking some of my stuff. I love to cook. Can't wait to get out those recipes. Think about what I said about handwriting your family recipes. Everyone, I wish you happy Thanksgiving. All the very best to you. Thank you, everyone. And as I always say, please be kind. Thank you.